Alright folks, we are back in Airships Conquer the Skies, and literally as soon as I got into the game, I researched rockets, so I have rockets now. That's pretty cool. I can get extra ammo or less ammo flammability. I'm going to go with less ammo flammability. That sounds really wise, but we're going to cut down to subsidies. Now, I have a bunch more new technologies, but I don't have money. So, we're going to take this flying box. Let's go invade Liquorsoth. I think these guys are also invading Liquorsoth. Going to keep expanding the Empire here. We're going to grab them. We're going to grab Drasil, and then we're going to head up to Arctum and Is, where I think we'll be able to do some good. Now, Gomdat, we need to invade Gomdat, I think, with all our tanks. And what do they have? That's right, they have these three ships here, which have cannons on the front. I think our tanks might actually be able to take them. We move these guys back here. This guy kind of up front where his guns can draw the fire. Let's start and pause. We're going to set them on aimed fire. Aimed fire. Yeah, you're already on aimed fire. Okay, great. What are they shooting at us? They've got some guns they're shooting at us. Outside view. We're taking a little bit of fire already, but... oh, that's right, they have a dragon. Oh, I'd forgotten they had dragons. Alright, run. Yeah, so they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dragon riders plus 3 ships here. That's right, I need an anti-dragon solution. Okay, so in order to stop dragons, what I need is something that can... I either need a very, very high flying vehicle, or I need a vehicle that is immune to fire and does a ton of piercing damage. So that would be like a rifle bunker or something. Because dragons are highly resistant to blast damage, which is like flamethrowers and stuff. Well, we'll see how it goes. Alright, we're going to invade Liquorsoth. And they've got this thing with cannons on it. That will not be a problem. It will not be a problem in any way. The enemy is hiding in the fog. Well, we're not going to get close to him. Hopefully, we're just going to shoot the Imperial cannon at it until it dies. We're scoring pretty decent hits. Imperial cannon, come on. Come on, Imperial cannon. Alright, maybe we do need to get closer. Move the Centipede up. Move the Brobdingnag up. I hate that the Brobdingnag is slightly faster than the Imperial cannon. Becomes very frustrating. We're definitely punching holes in the armor, though. We're not receiving many holes in the armor. We've lost a few crew on the Brobdingnag. We've lost a couple crew on the Centipede. Haven't lost anything on the Immoderate except coal. Let's have the Immoderate move to, like, right there. Get a little bit more accuracy going on. Yep, there we go. That's the way. Okay, so we've blown up the Vigilant Rampart. Gentle takeover, please. These guys can keep on moving. Okay, we've got a little bit of cash. We're up to about 600. If we look at Esseract here, we designed, yeah, the Brick of Peace. The Brick of Peace is not a good anti-dragon ship, however, so let's actually design... in terms of land ships, we've got the Glorified Pillbox, we've got the Centipede, we've got the Brobdingnag. But what we want is... yeah, like an anti-dragon thingummy. Let's see what we can do. We need tracks. We need coal, but probably only a small one. Let's get a small coal. However, let's get a large ammo. Because I think ammo is going to be pretty vital. Let's put the large ammo right there, and a fire extinguisher there. Then we can have a quarters right there. That'll be our crew. And we'll need a cockpit. So we'll have the cockpit over there. Command every 11 seconds. We might want a bridge. Let's stick with a cockpit for now. What we want is, like I said, a lot of piercing damage, which makes me think that what we want is Gatling guns primarily. And this is a mobile unit, so we can set them all facing the same way. Like 3 Gatling guns, and then let me see what else. We need supply, obviously. We can put a steel supply hatch over there. We can fill that with a guard post or a guard barracks just in case. And give it steel armor in order to make it blast resistant, because blast is what dragons use. So then what we could do with this thing is, actually let's move the cockpit back. This ammo store can't exactly move back. Let's put the guard barracks over there, move this thing more central. But I do have the fire thing right there. I had it over here because I didn't want the coal to explode. Let's put the coal. That is the best place for the coal, though. You know what? We're gonna risk it in the name of being we are gonna take our gamble. We'll take the guard barracks off, move the Gatling guns back, and in there we will put I'm thinking maybe a harpoon. Because if I'm doesn't a harpoon make it stop them from running away? So what I'm thinking is, if I take the harpoon and put the harpoon there and have a couple corridors with ladders going up like that, or what if we actually flip the harpoon and put it right there, so the harpoon is actually pointing backwards? Then couldn't we grab on and force them to... Yeah. Because then these guys do pierce damage very rapidly. What other piercing weapons could we use? Basically, I need weapons like I said, the other option is like rifles. They do less damage, they fire more often, and they have more accuracy. Well, they don't fire more often. They have a reload time of 1 second, but the Gatling gun fires at 8 per second. Yeah, I think the 3 Gatling guns is the way to go. And then we'll put the harpoon gun on the back. We've got the steel armor. I feel like this thing might be able to, we'll name this the A11 Tank Hog, since it's entirely it's entirely rapid fire Gatling weapons. I feel like this might work. I can't promise it. One way to make it more powerful would be to put a dorsal turret on the top. So it would be like, move that guy and have the corridor with ladder right there, and then put a dorsal turret on top. Right like that. To be honest, it might actually be more effective to just make this thing just a ton of dorsal turrets. So like, harpoon gun somewhere, take one of the Gatling guns off, take 2 of the Gatling guns off, put the harpoon gun right there, and then the dorsal turret on top like that. That might be more effective. Because then we harpoon them, the dorsal turret can shoot, and at close range with on accurate fire, the dorsal turret might hit. And then we also have the 1 Gatling gun. And this isn't too expensive. I'd like to also put a telescope on it to make it more accurate, since accuracy is going to be important. So we can take a telescope and put the telescope right there. And it has exactly the recommended number of crew, which indicates to me that I should probably have some more crew. So let's move that guy right there. And let's put a berth. And let's put 2 berths in like that. Wait, wow, what jumped the price? Oh, the telescope. Oh, telescopes are expensive. Yeah, telescopes are expensive. Crow's nest would be better, but I can't put in a crow's nest because I have the dorsal turret. Can I? Here's a thought. Can you put struts in without interfering with the turret? Where would... Like, can I build struts here? No, I can't. Okay, fair enough. So struts still block vision. What about decks? Deck couldn't be built there because there's no connection to it. Yeah, okay, so struts block that still. That's fine. All right, I'm going to try this. This is not very expensive. It's only 700, and it's got pretty significant firepower. With the dorsal turret and the Gatling gun, I feel like this might be able to deal with dragons. The other way to do this would be just to build really high-altitude ships with ventral turrets. That might actually work really well. If I can get higher than the dragon is, then it can't attack me. Let's save this design, though. It's not the Tank Hog anymore because it doesn't have as many Gatling guns. So we'll rename this the... it's a little tank, but it's got a big bite because it has that big turreted cannon that does a lot of damage on it. So let's name it the Black Widow. I know that's kind of lame, but that's what I got here. So we're gonna build it. Okay, now here's a question. Did I save that design? Apparently not. Shoot. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna rebuild. I'm gonna rebuild that real quick and actually save it this time. All right. Actually, never mind. I've realized there's a quicker way to do this. Once the Black Widow is here, I can go into the refit screen and do it that way. That will be just fine. So we're building a Black Widow over here. All of these ships are very, very extremely dangerous, and I hate them. And I hate the dragons more. So yeah, the dragons are fairly high, but not like... I don't think they're top of the map high. Like, I can get higher than the dragons, and that might be what I have to do in order to stop them. The other thing, obviously, I have to do in order to stop them is I have to have defenses, like, everywhere. Like, lots of defenses. The watchful turret is too expensive. So here's a question, then. How do I design a very, very cheap building that has a gun that's effective? Because, like, the dorsal turret is 150 by itself. And I feel like dorsal turrets are really good defensive guns. You could also do deck guns, but deck guns have much more constrained arcs of fire. So on a building, that's not really what you want. So let's say I have a dorsal turret. Stop that. Okay, that's fine. And I need... Let's go small ammo store. Dorsal turret. And birth. Funk. I mean, that's almost... And then for command purposes, we have a cockpit. And we have a wooden supply hatch. I think that's the smallest building you can possibly build. And we give it massive stone wall. So it's 154. And it's just literally a gun with a tiny, tiny, like, support thing. It doesn't have enough crew. So what that means is we need another bunk. Because we need another bunk right there. And then, you know what, instead of a wooden supply hatch, we'll use a steel supply hatch. And we'll put it right outside the bunk. Okay, 171. And the supply hatch is kind of a nuisance. It's not symmetrical. Makes me unhappy. So if we put the supply hatch over here, what if we raised it one level? And then we would put the supply hatch. I can't put a telescope on it. That'll make it too expensive. Then what could we have on the second level if we really, really wanted to? We could have a fire extinguisher for 20 bucks. We could have a supply hatch. And in the middle, we could have maybe another berth, another bunk. $198. Less firepower than the little turret here, but also cheaper. actually take the fire extinguisher away. We're going to take that bunk away. I think that's probably the way to do it. I think that is probably the way to do it. And then yeah, this dorsal turret just shoots at airships. So we have one of these things to provide ground fire, and then little turrets here. So we're going to save this design. We had the watchful turret, and now, one second, we are going to save this as the, I need to rename it first. Geez, I'm terrible at this. This is going to be the mini watcher. Mini watcher, yay! It has a maintenance of $1. I feel like that's important because we could put like a bunch of these things around. And we're going to save this as the mini watcher. There we go. So, leave. I don't have enough money to actually build a mini watcher, but I will very shortly. And we're attacking Drasil, right? And the Pirate King is attacking us. All we've got here is a couple little tiny defense things, so we're just going to withdraw, I think. Actually, let's just let it run. Just run it. It'll do, we'll take less damage. Put on aimed fire, aimed fire. Yep, we're gonna be boarded and destroyed. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. And invade Drasil, please. Now that we have the cash, let's go down to, let's build some defenses here real quick. We're going to build a mini watcher. There. And we can't build another one because we're short $2. That is annoying. That's fine. We are doing fine. Let's hit Drasil real quick. This should be, oh, it's just the ship. All right. This still shouldn't be hard. With the cannons and the deck gun and all that, I think we're gonna rip them apart anyway. Let's just fly. Let's actually fly up real quick to avoid being hit by that many cannons. And let's move and flip over here. And down so the deck gun can get evolved. We should, I think, be able to beat him. Actually, I'll tell you what. Focus on shooting. No, focus on fighting fires. And flip around so you can get through, because we're going to evolve this easily. Yep, there we go. We're going to do actually a lot better against Wolf. I put a lot of firepower on this thing's butt. Like, there's a significant amount of firepower on its butt. It's kind of an impressive amount of butt power. Let's look at Arctum and see what they have. Okay, they've got long, tall turrets with cannons on them. I can take this. I can absolutely take this with my siege force. I've got $589. Let's look at defenses real quick. You've got decent defenses. You could use more defenses. So the Watchful Redoubt is maintenance 4, the Watchful Turret is maintenance 3, and yeah, the Mini Watcher is maintenance 1. So let's build another few of those. Just like 2 more, right like that. I think that'll be good. I think that will provide decent defense. And then we'll go take Is, we'll take Arctum next, and we'll be in pretty good shape. And our little siege tank that could be up there, be up there. You guys can be like kind of back-ish. And we can start. The day is ours. Yeah, they just surrendered when they saw us coming. Okay. Gentle takeover and invade Arctum. Is has broken away from the Empire. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. This shouldn't be a problem. back up just a little wee bit and kind of stagger so you don't fall on each other too much. And I don't think this should take very long. With that Imperial cannon firing, we are causing pretty significant damage. I mean, they've got a lot of cannons on us too, don't get me wrong. Like, if we look at the outside view, we're taking pretty significant fire, but we're gonna cut that fire down, I think. Because this guy is getting eroded fast. Yep, there he goes. Now, however, let's actually move some of the ships in real quick. Just to get some stuff accomplished. And flip. You can move down like that. Ow. Please stop ramming things. I mean, wow, really? Oof. Shot through a lot of the armor there. Let's actually get a brutal takeover in Arctum because I need to have it under control quickly. Quickly. And Esseract. Let us build. First of all, let us look at the Black Widow. And we're going to go into refit. And we're going to save this design as the Black Widow. There we go. Now we've got it done. Okay. Now Esseract is going to build another Black Widow. Okay. Like I said, I feel like that'll work. And let's invade Is and take it back real quick. Yep. Start. They really ought to start. Yep, there we go. Brutal takeover, please. And Ungrashzun is getting attacked. So now we get to test our little guy against a dragon. Yay, not yay. This is going to suck. I bet that dragon wins. Put on aimed fire, please. He is going to come into range of our... And definitely focus on firefighting. Oh, wow. Wow, that dragon fire is horrendously effective. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that is so bad. That burned through my walls like they were nothing. Yikes. I mean, yikes. Okay. So given that, I hate those dragons. And of course, he's taken over everything. He's taken over the whole rest of the continent, pretty much. Okay, so I need a more effective anti-dragon strategy, and I'm gonna have to cheat the game a little bit. We're going high altitude, ladies and gentlemen. We are going high altitude. So we're gonna need that. We're gonna need that, and we're gonna need that. We're gonna need a big old balloon. We're going to need a bridge. We're going to need a quarters. We're going to need a propeller. Make it move. We're going to need a ventral turret. We're going to need some ammo too. So we need ammo store. Actually, let's take the propeller off. We'll just put on a sail. Large sail on the side here. Like that. And we've got ammo. We're going to need that ventral turret I was talking about. Ventral turrets are cool, right? Kind of centered-ish. I'd like to move these one space back in order to make it actually centered. And since we need more crew anyway, we can fill those with berths. So, yeah, I mean, this ship has, like, a gun. Just one ventral turret. And it has a surface ceiling of almost 400, so I think it can fly above the dragons. I would like to apply more weapons to it. Bombs, because it has 100 ammo. So it might as well have more guns. Like bomb bays on each side, maybe. Or move the ventral turret down, have the bombs right there. And take these berths out. Move these in. I know that makes it a little bit uncentered. Remove the big ammo store. We'll put in another berth. And then we'll put in some small ammo. Like resources. Small ammo there. That's 24 ammo, right? So a small ammo is, in terms of weight, is 35, and an ammo is 100. So 2 small ammos are half the ammo of an ammo store, but less. Yeah, so what we can do then is we can, oh, I did not mean to click that. Oh, okay, small ammo there. And then we still need some more crew. So we need quarters. Actually, we need quarters up there because below that we need a corridor with a ladder. Oh no. Oh no, because there's no way up. Because the sail does not connect to a ladder down here. Oh shoot. Give me a second to work out the design here. Okay, so I think this is my design. I've got the ventral turret, I've got a grenade. Above the recommended crew, I'm sure I'm below 600 bucks. And my service ceiling is 355, so I'm pretty high up there. Think that'll be enough to get me above the dragons. The other alternative here is, so a suspendium chamber is 228. The 3 pieces here are 200. So I'm saving a tiny bit of money by using large suspendium dust tanks, especially because suspendium chamber with its 2000 lift is, I think, outpowered. Yeah, 2200, 1600, and 1600. So definitely outpowered. Suspendium dust tanks, the smaller ones, are cheaper but a lot less lifty. So like, yeah, that would be less than 500 lift. And I definitely need the lift. I think this might work. It's a question of whether it's high enough to be above the dragons and prevent them from breathing fire onto it. It is very slow. So I'm going to save it, and deplorable seems like a good name for it. I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to see about building one. And I'm going to test the concept, because if the concept is correct, then it will be high enough above the dragons that, like, the dragons won't be able to do anything about it. That's the point. Move that land dude over there, and these guys are going to go invade Als. And I'm thinking when it comes to being attacked by the dragons, my only real defense is going to be to have so many individual defensive structures that they can't, like, get to me. Like, they just can't accomplish anything. So it's going to be like mini watchers all the way. Now the problem, of course, with mini watchers is they can't shoot to the side. So you need something like the watchful turret mixed in. Although I also need to I actually need to look at the watchful turret, because I need to check what the armor is on it. Should be massive stone wall. Okay, that'll make it a little bit tougher. More expensive, but a little bit tougher. And what are those guns it has again? Gatling guns? That's fine. Yeah, Gatling guns. Okay. What we can do is actually, since we're rebuilding here, we can remove that fire point and replace it with fire extinguishers, because I don't think I need that much water. The water is only useful if it actually, like, helps. So we can take that out, put a fire extinguisher in instead. take the fire point out. Remove that corridor. Put another fire extinguisher in, like there. Gatling gun, move in. Put that there. And then these spots, I can actually put a telescope on. And what? I guess I'll just fill that with a corridor. Right, like that. Okay. Still more expensive, but now it has a telescope to make it more accurate. So that's helpful. And of course, massive stone wall. All right, save design, watchful turret. Great. And leave. But so we'll start building our little mini defenders pretty much everywhere, and see how that can help us. And in Esseract, we've got the Black Widow, which should move. And we're going to take this place with no problem. Yep, great. Victory over alls. You, sir, move to Tiz. Why are you not moving? Move. Okay, move. Move. Oh. I have to say I hate that. I think I've said it before. Still hate it. Still definitely hate it. And we are being attacked. So let's see how well the defenses do against all these dragons. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dragons against our tanks. You can be up front. You, the Black Widow here, should be near the rear. No, please do not be on his cannon. Start, and we're going to need to pause right away, first of all. So you, aimed fire. You're all on aimed fire already. You are also on aimed fire. You should target that thing. You target. I don't know if you can hit it. Target it, please. You target it. And you need to wait. Okay, we are getting some shots on the dragons. Aim, 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 aim. Ooh, if you can aim at that dragon, hit the dragon, please. Hit the dragon with heavy cannons by all means. Okay, are we accomplishing anything? We're not appearing to accomplish much. Yeah, we're not accomplishing nothing. Oh, we killed the dragon. We killed the dragon and we grounded the ship. Okay. So that was a very serious problem. Okay. So we have lost Perfidious Albion. Well, I think this is a problem to be solved next time. So we've made a lot of progress. We've expanded quite a bit. But we now need a dragon counter. I hope that the Deplorable will be that dragon counter. If not, or possibly the HMS Explodotron. The Explodotron is cheaper, mainly, I think, because it uses wooden armor. And it's worse. But, we're just gonna have to see. So in any case, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time where we attempt to discover a counter to the dragons. The dragons are a serious problem, and we will need to solve them. But in any case, thanks for watching. If you like this, leave a like on the video. If not, don't. And in either case, I will see you in the next one. Take care.